Hello and welcome to the Home and Learn course for VisualBasic.net. I'm Kenny Carney, and what are we doing today? Let's have a look. VisualBasic.net, and we're way down here now. We're doing this one, section 11, events. Click mouse down, key down, form load events, and we might get it all done in one video. We'll see. Right, go to your software, and if you create a new project, I've called mine events lesson. And if you add a button to your form, double click it, drag it out. Yeah, you can leave it on the defaults, that's alright. And I should really need some more space here. Right. So there is the button. It's the button, and it's a click event. This is actually not the event, that is the name of the button, just there. It's a private sub, and you can see the event right on the end there. It's the event, which is the click event, and it handles button1.click. These two arguments between the round brackets of the click event, these are parameters. That is called sender, and that parameter is called E. With the sender, we won't be doing a great deal with that one. It's information about what kind of object the event is happening to. Is it a button, a text box, a form? Don't worry too much about that one. The E, as you'll see in a moment, is quite useful. Go for this, handles button1.click. If you go back to your form and double click the second button, and you can see this handles can actually handle the click events for that button too. You just type a comma and button 2 and dot here, you'll see there's a click event. Click lightning bolts. If you type say message box dot show and clicked. Right, so it's handling button1.click event. It's also handling the button2.click event. So that's what happens. Let's have a look. I didn't send my form again. I always forget to do. See, so there's button1. Button clicked in the message box also appears for button 2, even though we haven't written any code for button 2, you still get that one. The reason is because we're handling button 1 and button 2. It's not greatly useful, to be honest. Let's see. Let's do something else. Let's have a look at mouse down. Let's try mouse down for button 1. Right, click back on button 1. And if you have a look here in the properties window, you'll see it's automatically selected for properties, but there's a lightning bolt there, that's events. Click on events. If you want to get back to properties, just click that one. And you see there's a whole host of events there. Look down here, key down, key press, key up. There's mouse events, mouse click. Mouse down is the one we want. So if you have a click on mouse down, and then if I double click it to create a code stub for you, and you'll see there's the event. Mouse down handles button 1, mouse down now. And for here the E is now as a mouse event arguments, mouse event args. And you can do something with that E. You can detect which button was clicked. If you're on the mouse down one, you can do it like this. If anytime that letter E, then the dot, well, you immediately see button. It's a button that clicks. There's delta, which is information about the mouse wheel. You go on button and type an equal sign. You'll see some more options there. Mouse button left. Do you want to do middle? None. We're doing, let's say, right. Then, oops, not there, So if E dot button equals mouse dot button right, Another message box. Not sure. Right. Mouse button clicked. And you're gonna have to take my word for this one. It's I'm clicking with the right hand mouse button. Right, so I'm clicking on the button with the right hand mouse button. Oop, wrong one, wasn't it? There it is. Right mouse button clicked. There's the left one. Button clicked. Right one again. Right mouse button clicked. Right. If you go back to your form, for the form itself, just click anywhere in the grey area, because that's got lots of events as well. One of the most useful is the load event. You can do quite a lot here. You can switch, say, button on and off, or a text box could be enabled. You can also, if you need to contact a database, you can do it here, and you can have everything loaded in the text boxes by the time the form loads. So you can have a look. So if you have a double click on load, form load, and let's switch that button off. Our button to, there's an enabled property, enabled. You can set that to false. And if I start this form up to, let me have the form in the middle. So I want to click back on properties, start position, center screen. Start without debugging. And you see as it loads, button 2 has been switched off. So I can't click on that one, nothing happens. Just this one. That's the form load event. It is quite useful. Also detect mouse down events for the form as well. So make sure your form 1 is selected and your events. And you'll see there's also mouse down for that one. Let's let's try and detect where the mouse was when the mouse has been held down on it. We'll do a left mouse button this time. So again, it's got mouse event args there, and it's got the E. And you see the event right at the end, mouse down. So we're going to detect if the left mouse button has been pressed down and the XY coordinates are where. So let's do E button again. E button. Equals, and then that mouse button left. If that one's true, then how can we get the XY? Let's set up 2 variables now. Dim expose as integer. Dim white pose. White pose, not that. Come on. As integer. To get the X and the Y position, you can do this X, so that variable, and equals, and you can use that E variable again, E, and you say dot, and you'll see there's an X down here, and there's a Y. X and Y. Gets the X coordinate of the mouse during the generating mouse event. So we'll double click that one. Do the same for Y pose. Y pose. X. E dot Y this time. E dot Y. We can send a message box. Sure. Now what can we have? The X pause of the mouse was an ampersand, and we can use that variable X pause. And let's have another ampersand. So Y pause and the mouse, just the mouse pointer really is, and that Y pause variable, Y pause. We start the form, debug, and the X pause of the mouse was 74, the Y pause of the mouse is 77. That means it was 74 units from the left and 77 units, wasn't it, from the top. We click here. Now it's 219. 219. Oh, that was good. Exact. Let me do it somewhere here. 640 by 41. You can see if I get to the top, Y position is only 5. So it gets lower the further you go to the top, and the further you go to the right, it increases. One here, and the X pos is 7, mouse Y pos 200. Let's do some text box events. Text box. If you go to your text box, you double click to add one, and double click, there it is. And again, put that somewhere. Text box, you see for the events, there's loads of events for the text box as well. There's a lot of key ones. Where's my keys? Key down, key press, you can detect. And the key is up, when it leaves. Let's do the key down. So double click on key down, and again it creates a code stub for you. And you can see those two, the same two parameters, sender and E. This time it's key events args, and it handles textbox1.keyDown. And again, you can use that E, so you can do something like E dot, this time key code. There is a key code, and you type an equals sign. You can get that one right, equals, and keys, there's lots of keys. All of these keys you can detect. Process. What do we do? Keys dot, and after a dot, all the letters on the alphabet, and a whole host of things more. Let's do F1 now. It's the help. It's traditionally the help one. F1. Then another message box. Sure. Just do help. Alright, then let's start the form. If I click inside here, key down event. Right, so I'm pressing a key on the keyboard, nothing happens. It's got Y, but if I press the F1 key on the keyboard, there's my message box, help. That's the F1 key. Let me comment that one out. There's also key code. Let's record some sort of text. Dim recorded text as string. Set it to blank first. And this one you can do recorded text and put the caps locks on. Recorded text equals recorded text when I return it. And if I do an ampersand and CHR, there's a CHR, is its function strings char code. So in between the round brackets, you can type that E and dot and that key code again, key code. See what that does. So instead of saying help there, I will say not that. Recorded text. See how that works. Debug, that debugging. Alright, so I'll type say K, okay, E, okay, N. So whatever I'm typing in this text box, I'm actually recording it. And Y. Stop returning it though. Alright. Let me just comment out this message box. Show you one more thing. There is a leave event for text boxes. Text leave. Where is that? Text on leave. That one. You double click that one. And you can do something like convert wherever it is in the text box to uppercase if you wanted to. So you do text box 1 dot text equals box 1 dot text dot 2 upper. I think there's 2 upper, isn't it? 2 uppercase. That one. Let's start with this one. Yeah, type some information in, like in lowercase. I think I've got anywhere else. Yeah, I immediately clicked on the button. So for the text box, I've actually activated the leave event there because I've left the text box and it is converted it to uppercase. I think we'll leave events there for the time being, and I will see you in the next video.